This isn't science fiction anymore. What if your phone could read your mind? The technology to control devices with our thoughts isn't some distant dream, it's happening right now. For decades, we've seen this in movies and read it in novels. But today, that fantasy is crashing into our reality, forcing us to ask a question that's both terrifying and exciting. Are we ready for a world where our innermost intentions are just another stream of data? We're used to our phones predicting our next word or suggesting a product we just talked about. But what's coming is a totally different kind of leap. This isn't just about predicting your behavior based on past clicks, it's about creating a direct line into the human brain. The boundary between AI that learns our habits and tech that translates our intentions is getting blurrier by the day. As this power moves from specialized labs into the palm of our hands, we have to face how it could fundamentally change what it means to be human. Section 1. The future is already here. The idea of a thought-controlled world has always felt like the natural next step for technology. We went from keyboards to the mouse, then to touchscreens and voice commands. Each step was about making the link between us and our machines more seamless, more intuitive, more human. The next, and maybe the final, frontier is to remove the physical interface completely. To go straight to the source, the brain. This is where brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, come in. These are systems that build a direct communication bridge between the brain's electrical activity and a device, like your computer or phone. For years, this was clunky, complicated tech, stuck in research labs and needing a mess of wires to work. But thanks to huge leaps in AI, miniaturization, and our understanding of the brain, BCIs are becoming not just more powerful, but more practical. We are on the verge of a massive shift in how we interact with everything. And it's happening way faster than anyone thought. China, for instance, believes it has slashed what was once an 8-year gap with the US in BCI development down to less than 3 years. This isn't a slow burn evolution anymore, it's a global tech sprint. The question is no longer if this will be part of our lives, but how soon, and what it will actually look like when it gets here. Section 2. Decoding the brain's language. So, how does this really work? How do you turn a thought into a command? At its heart, a BCI is a translator. It listens to the electrical symphony happening in your brain. Every intention, every flicker of an idea, creates a unique pattern of neurons firing. Think of it like an orchestra. The intention to move your hand has a specific sound. The intention to type the letter A has another. BCIs use powerful AI to listen to this music and learn to recognize the tune of a specific thought. There are two main ways to listen in: non-invasive and invasive. The non-invasive methods are the ones you can wear, like a cap or headset. Companies like Muse, Emotive, and Neurosky use EEG sensors placed on your scalp to pick up these signals. They're safer and more convenient, but the signal is a bit muffled because it has to travel through your skin and skull, like trying to hear a concert from outside the stadium. Then there's the invasive route. This is where things get a little more sci-fi, involving surgically implanted chips or electrodes that sit right on or in the brain. This gives you a crystal clear signal, like having a microphone next to every musician in the orchestra. It's riskier, but the quality of the data allows for an incredible level of control. And it's these invasive technologies that are making the most jaw-dropping breakthroughs. Section 3. The evidence. From medical miracles to everyday control. For years, the main goal of BCI research was to give a voice back to the voiceless and movement back to the paralyzed. And the results are truly miraculous. We're seeing people who have been locked in their own bodies for years finally able to communicate again. Researchers have built systems that can translate brain activity directly into audible words, letting a paralyzed woman speak through a digital avatar just by thinking. In China, a project known as Brave Brain has successfully implanted chips in patients, allowing them to control robotic arms and type out thoughts on a screen. In one recent trial, a man who had lost all 4 limbs was playing computer games with his mind just weeks after surgery. But the biggest sign that this tech is breaking out of the lab is its integration with the devices we use every single day. The company Synchron has developed a BCI called the Stentrode, which can be implanted without open brain surgery by going through blood vessels. And in a move that changes everything, Apple has officially recognized neural interfaces as a native input method. This means users with a Synchron implant can now control iPhones, iPads, and even the Apple Vision Pro just by thinking. It's not a hack or a third-party app. It's a fundamental, built-in feature. Sending a text, browsing the web, making art, all without moving or speaking. This is the moment a profound medical technology crosses over into the consumer world. Mid-video CTA. This is a defining moment for how we interact with technology. It's a whole new interface, where your brain's intentions are recognized right alongside your touch and your voice. And this is happening right now, in 2025. What do you think? Are you excited by the potential to restore people's abilities, or does a direct brain-to-device link feel like a step too far? Drop your immediate reaction in the comments below. Section 4. Your phone, your mind, your data. The path from helping a paralyzed person type a message to a commercial device predicting your desires is shorter than you think. The core technology is the same, decoding brain signals. The only thing that changes is the application. Consumer BCI devices are already hitting the market. We have EEG headphones that claim to help you focus and smart glasses you can control with a thought. The vision is a future of seamless integration. Imagine a world where your phone doesn't just respond to your thoughts but anticipates them. Where productivity apps sense you're losing focus and subtly tweak your environment, or where AR glasses pull up information just because you wondered about something. In gaming, it could mean casting a spell with a literal flick of a thought. Let's be clear. Right now, consumer BCIs can't literally read your unspoken, private thoughts. They are designed to detect trained, intentional commands. But this technology also means that for the first time, our raw, unfiltered intentions and emotional states are becoming data. And this is arguably the most personal, sensitive data that exists. Unlike your search history, which is a record of your actions, this is data about your intentions before you even act. It could reveal things about you without your explicit, moment-to-moment consent, which leads us into an ethical maze we are not ready for. Section 5. The human impact and the big question: when your thoughts become data, who owns them? Who protects them? And who gets to use them? These aren't just philosophical questions anymore, they are urgent legal and technical ones. The same tech that lets someone control a wheelchair with their mind could, in theory, be used by companies for neuromarketing, analyzing your brain's subconscious reactions to ads. It could be used by employers to monitor focus or by governments for surveillance on a level we can't even fathom. The very idea of privacy is on the line. If your neural data gets hacked, it's not like losing a password. It could expose your deepest fears, biases, and desires. This has experts calling for entirely new human rights, like the right to mental privacy and cognitive liberty, to protect our inner world from being illegally accessed or manipulated. Now, defenders of the tech will rightly point out that today's systems require a lot of training and conscious effort from the user. Covert mind reading isn't possible, yet. But technology doesn't stand still. As AI gets better and better at decoding brain signals, the risk of abuse grows. We are building technology with the power to reshape human autonomy and identity, and the rules to govern it are lagging far behind. This isn't just a debate for scientists. It's a conversation our entire society needs to have. We're at a crossroads. One path leads to a future of restored abilities and amazing human-computer teamwork. The other could lead to a dystopia of surveillance and manipulation. Conclusion: the dream of controlling the world with our minds is no longer a dream. It's a technological reality knocking at the door. The breakthroughs are giving incredible hope and independence to people who have lost so much. But as this power expands from the few to the many, from the hospital to the high street, it brings a heavy responsibility. We're charting a course into a future where our brains and our devices are tangled together. The potential for good is immense, but the potential for misuse is just as scary. We are the first generation that will have to draw the line between empowerment and exploitation, between a helpful tool and an intrusive portal into the mind. The phone in your pocket might not be reading your mind today, but the technology is being built, the deals are being made, and that future is arriving faster than you think. Are we ready for what it will ask of us? If you want to stay ahead of the curve on the technologies that are changing our world, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechWave 65. For watching.